These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood. These skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Good evening, sir.
I don't know if a third opinion...
I see.
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All
Goodbye for now.
I will not let you down, my boy. We have some of the most brilliant minds in London at Pembroke.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed. I am Thoreau Strickland.
Goodbye, Doctor. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark. Good evening, sir.
Unless you're here to fix my...
I'm Dr. Reed.
You guessed right, Doctor.
Where were you stationed? No offense.
You were an officer.
Goodbye.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
Dr. Reed, is it?
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory.
You remained perfect.
Thank you, Doctor.
Have you made...
Not really. But
You never...
you preach.
Goodbye.
Here again.
I cannot enter.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
Good evening, nurse.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir.
Did he really?
All members of staff have already read...
I see.
You must know, blood...
How are things?
Not good, to say the...
And
Sorry, Doctor.
goodbye.
I thought last summer's epidemic was difficult.
Good evening, sir.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed.
That's quite a blunt...
You can call me Milton.
I'm not sure...
Well, I'm no doctor.
You have a keen eye. I learned to...
No need to explain, Doctor.
I'd like...
Wise choice, Doctor.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true.
Do we know...
Actually, yes.
Dr. Tippett.
He was also very...
What can you tell me?
Some are really good, and other...
Tell me more.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl.
You really seem to admire her.
I'll go even further. If she was a man...
Any opinion?
I don't always agree with...
Ah, yes, the...
Don't get me wrong.
Goodbye. Good evening,
Dr.
Goodbye.
How long must I wait, damn it?
Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir.
How long's it going to take to fix me?
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find...
Yes, nurse. Duty calls?
Many thanks, Doctor.
Apologize when you're feeling better.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No, I don't want to talk.
I suppose that this pain...
Yes.
Could you at least tell me...
Mortimer.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you...
And you have my...
How painful is your throat?
So painful,
I'll let you get... Good evening, madam.
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. John.
I'm Beatrice Gos...
What do you think of your...
I have had the uttermost reservation.
Is there something in particular that...
Some of the staff were not especially...
Tell me more about your...
The ambulance driver was quite rude.
What do you mean? She charged...
Yes, and I paid without...
I share your...
I don't expect compensation.
Goodbye.
Good evening, sir.
You always knew the words to calm them.
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news?
Tell me about...
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his...
I was more curious about what you would...
I'm a carpenter.
Tell me about the doc...
Strickland and Ack.
What do you mean?
I often had
Goodbye.
You always knew the words to calm sure we're making a difference. As for me, lumbering idiot.
I wish I could play it again. Blood boil with the fever. I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
It's locked, all right.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say. I wish I
cannot express...
It may seem strange.
Forgive me.
I'm not some doe-eyed student.
Very well.
Please.
The Pembroke only...
A spokesman.
Discretion is in order.
And you would like me...
By the stone.
Accepted. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you know that...
That's not a surprise.
Does it not, Bob?
Sometimes I think she may be right.
Have you heard of any...
There are a lot of secrets round.
What kind of...
I'm not in the gossip business, Doc.
Have you heard...
There are a lot of...
What kind of...
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed. If you want to know more, you better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the old...
Goodbye, Milton.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep.